Angeles. From Los Angeles, this is Montserrat Radio. Listening to Montserrat Radio.
In the spirit of the war against fake news, Montserrat Radio presents The Fake News Show, conspiracy news and a different point of view of current events. And now your host, Benny Wilson.
Hello, and good evening. Welcome to the Fake News Show. This is your host, Benny. This is my second time that I was trying to broadcast, and again, I had technical issues here, and the technical issue will continue until I get a assistant to broadcast. Why? Because between me coming late, because of all the business I have, getting all the intel and everything, I just unable to do a show, live show. I even thinking about just do a recording of my show and not broadcast live, because I already having complaining from my server saying that if I continue doing this, they will get me out of all the platforms that I've been listening to. So I'm seriously considering that I probably not broadcasting live. Besides, I'm getting hacked every time I go on air. Yesterday was just a little example. I got over 350,000 people listening to my show, and exactly the same on the same thing that I was just mentioning that to the people that you have no idea what's coming. I got cut off. So I went back to the server, and I was talking to those tech supports, And I told them that, I said, you know, what's going on? Why you guys cutting my broadcasting? I thought that I was paying for more bandwidth, more space for people to listen to. And they go, well, sir, you got the space for up to 1 million people. The problem is that it wasn't us. Somebody cut you off. Bingo. So there you go. It was so bad that even the second file that I was waiting to actually go up on my server did not show up on my server. On YouTube, didn't go. It did not load up. So basically, I just end up with one file on YouTube and one file on my server, which is basically nothing. And only the people who actually got to listen to my second part of my show yesterday, they got to listen the whole information. So that's a little example what I have to go through. So let me just put a little bit of music because something's coming out. Hold 1 second, okay? Okay, so basically what happened right now, I just got a call from the elite. And they just confirmed me that things are going very fast. But before I give you that information, just to let you know so you can understand why is it that even if I broadcasting live at 5 p.m. or 5 after Pacific time, news and breaking intel still coming out. This is just an example. So I can keep up with everything. I just can't. I wish I can just do it live and have all the information for you people, but I just can't. I don't control that. I don't control how the information is coming to me. So anyway, let me go to the news first, and then we can discuss exactly what's going on with Bitcoin. With Coinmama stopping and suspending all the sales of Bitcoin, I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of emails to respond, and I'd rather responded right here on air, and responded the best way I can. And why is it that I told you yesterday that you have no idea what's coming, and I even told you that this weekend we are waiting for something big to happen. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. But my sources are telling me exactly what many experts are saying right now. I even got a video about an expert that was saying, I believe this is going to happen this weekend. Now, these are people who actually handle and manage data on Wall Street, on currency exchange, etc., etc. They're not going to come out on air and just say something stupid just to provoke chaos and panic. They just need to express themselves, and they say it without even wanting to have any fame at all. I mean, this guy is been accurate about 80% of the time. You know, and I posted on Facebook. I don't know if many have seen it, but this guy is almost always being accurate, and that's exactly. It calls my attention because that's exactly what they told me. That's exactly what they told me about this weekend. And now we see these things with Coinmama. But before I even, get away from the topic, let me go ahead and read the news, what's going on right now in Iraq. Okay, that was good enough. All right, so what's going on in Iraq? So this morning I got the news that the United States just warned a body about Maliki. This is what's happening. Abadi is a corrupt prime minister. We all know that. I'm not making this up. It's not my opinion. Your actions call for what you do. So we all know that Maliki has stole billions and billions of dollars from the people of Iraq. We know that he is actually the one to blame for all the delays of the RB. We also know that he also brought ISIS and Daesh to Iraq. And we also know that one of the reasons why the United States wants to clean the house, meaning wants to clean corruption in Iraq before they revalue the price of the currency, is by sending people to prison or even killing them, because that's the way elites work. And now we have in the news that the United States have warned Abadi about Maliki. He faked a heart stroke just to leave Iraq and go to Iran. So the United States know exactly who they are dealing with. Recently, the United States asked Iraq to suspend and basically fire more than 756 officers that they believe that works for the Iran agenda. So as you can see, Donald Trump is not messing around. Just like I told you, that if Abadi does not deliver what he's supposed to deliver, he will take over Iraq. Don't be surprised that we take over that government one more time. Will that be a big delay for the RB? Definitely. Okay? Will that be a high risk that we have to wait years to come? I said it, didn't I? I said it. But hopefully that will not happen. Okay? Because as long as I know, the RB will happen in July. And as you can tell in the news, and I'm about to read more about it, they are dragging it to July. They are dragging this whole event to July. We are on May 25th. They just announced, the Kurdistan region, they just announced that tomorrow they will begin Ramadan. Hello? So by tomorrow, Ramadan starts, just like I told you, 26th. And I did told you that if we have to weigh something significant, we have to weigh on the 25th. Didn't I say that? Yes, I did. So what is happening right now? If we all put all the pieces together, we can see that I was not wrong. What is significant? Okay, let me start from the beginnings to remind everybody. I've been saying in my letters for almost 3 years that if we are talking about financial reset, we need to have a financial event. I've been saying that. I have never retrieved myself. So what's going on right now? The blockchain network, it is the system that controls and delivers the transactions of selling and buying bitcoins all over the world, okay? And one of the second biggest platform to buy bitcoin is Coinmama. That's the second biggest. They suspending all the sales of bitcoin. And I asked my people in my chat room, how can actually that affect everybody? And many people did not understand my question. Well, let me just explain to you why is it that if we put all the pieces together, you will see what I'm talking about. In order to trade, you need to have availability. I repeat. In order to trade, you need to have availability. So if you are trading Bitcoin, you need to understand what is trading. Trading means buying and selling. Every single platform like Gladiator Coin, BetRobot, you name it, all of them. They behind the curtains, behind all the people behind, the people who are responsible to give you your interest, your money, those people are traders. They sell and buy Bitcoin. They do it in a different way. We just sit down and just wait for it. Okay? But they're doing the hard stuff. They're doing the very hard stuff, which is buying and selling. That is how the economy works, in every single economy. So, if one platform is down, and I'm not saying that they use Coinmama, I'm not saying that. But if one big, huge platform is down, something is happening. Something big is happening. And what is causing it? What is causing it? Well, let me just remind you what I've been telling you. Bitcoin, it is the biggest refusal of the American dollar. Why? Because millions and millions of people are depositing their money into Bitcoin instead into banks. And not many people believe that. So now you're seeing these things happening. Why? Because there are so millions of transactions that the blockchain network just cannot handle. They can't handle it. Would it happen with Coinbase? I was told that for maybe hours, Coinbase actually went down also. I just checked Coinbase. Coinbase is no problem right now. But Coinmama is still down. You are not able to buy any Bitcoin through Coinmama. So as you can see, these things needs to happen because people are now waking up into Bitcoin. People are now understanding the big and huge potential of cryptocurrencies. Not only Bitcoin, but cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is just the daddy and mommy of all the cryptocurrencies, okay? So, like I said, we got Justin and Bedrobot. We got 10 million of people, 10 million, including myself, wondering if they're gonna come back to work. I'm not gonna even mention how much money I'm expecting to lose because of this. This is a risk that you have to run in every single online business. And I want you to remember what happened when we started this. We started with one platform called Gladiacoin. And Gladiacoin went viral all over the internet. and it was so big, it just brought millions of people into Gladiacoin. And guess what happened? Gladiacoin also got hit. We were down for 2 days. Then all of a sudden they fixed the problem. They did an excellent job. And as a matter of fact, they planning to actually run against Bedrobot and all those platforms that I know that they're up there. They're paying a lot of high interest of your dollar. Basically of your Bitcoin. So, we're seeing all these things happening. And basically it's because now people rely more on a currency that is 100%, 1,000, even 2,000% more expensive than a paper currency called the American dollar. And I just wait because by next month I'm gonna give you a breaking news. By next month, okay? The banks in Saudi Arabia, basically the financial Sharia financial system in countries like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Iraq, Iran, all those countries, oil export countries, they will come out with the first cryptocurrency backed by gold. And when they do that, it's going to kill everything. That's why yesterday I told everybody, watch the price of gold going high. Because if they're going to use gold as a backup for one cryptocurrency coming from very, very, very rich countries, guess what's going to happen? It will be chaos over the internet. Everybody will go and try to jump in that currency and trying to buy it. And Bitcoin will suffer a little bit, not too much. But don't be surprised, because just like Ethereum has a second class of Ethereum. There's a Ethereum and there's a classic Ethereum. There's a Bitcoin and there's a classic Bitcoin. Don't be surprised that the Bitcoin that we know already announced that they're going to back it. They're going to back with gold. And when that happens, my friends, anyone who think or even thought that the merely idea that the Bitcoin will never ever reach $1 million, you got another thing coming to you. I got a moron on my Facebook page, on my personal Facebook page, that I even told him, I'm gonna publicly humiliate you for just saying what you just said. It's a liberal who has retarded consciousness. He has no idea what he's talking about. And every single one that is holding Bitcoin will be rich or even probably millionaires or billionaires in less than 5 years. Yes, you will be. That's what I've said many times. You don't have to rely on the RB. The RB is just another part of what I've been calling the Jubilee. The part that even the experts are bringing up from the Bible. I will post that video again so you can see it. The Jubilee is about to happen, when all the treasures will be spread, will be distributed to the whole humanity, changing everything, including the financial system. So let's go back to the financial system event that I'm talking about. If you have gold in your hands, and all of a sudden your gold is worth $1 million, just imagine if 1 pound of gold costs $1 million. Just assume that. And there is no more gold around. Guess what's going to happen to your gold? It's going to raise some value. That's what's going to happen to your gold. Well, because it's hard to get. Let me give you the cap or the limit of Bitcoin. It is 21 million. They can no longer make any more Bitcoins. Right now, as I'm speaking, I believe we are getting close to 18 million Bitcoins created right now. So what will happen when we hit 21? Then the company is going to have to come out with a strategy saying, okay, we're going to make 10 more millions more. But not before it hits 1 million. Why? Because they're going to have to create different, and they're going to have to handle that economy way different than how the fiat currency is being handled. Let me remind you why they call it fiat, our dollar. Because they can create dollars out of thin air. That is why they call fiat. It's worthless. And the only value that it has, it is the value that this corrupt system has given it. I have talked many times about the real value of currency. And that is exactly what's going to happen. What will be the real value of the dollar after there are not many dollars on the banks? What will happen to the value of the dollar? You need to think about that. If that many people are investing in banks, if not many people are just putting their money in something that is even much higher in worth than gold itself, what do you think is going to happen to your dollar? It's going to devalue. Simple as that. So that is coming. So what's going to happen this weekend? We believe, and I say we because I talked to the people who gave me the information, that it is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. And now I'm getting feedback right now since speaking that people are not listening to me. Are you guys listening to me? I believe so, because right here, everything is running fine. Okay. All right, so there's nothing wrong. See, I got to be watching my audio and my broadcasting. And if you can hear the sounds, it's my people in Facebook. And there's nothing I can do about it. That's the reason why I wish I can just record my show and just send it up there so people can listen to it. Okay, so now that I've been miscarried to go to a lost concentration, actually what I've been trying to tell you what's going on right now, let me just tell you something else. Let's go back to Iraq. Let's go back to Iraq in the news, okay? So now the new update of the map, and there's now they're urging to leave the citizens of those areas so they can just finish the whole thing. And my brother in Jesus Christ, John Nigel, was right. He was right months ago when he said, why they don't evacuate all the people from that area so they can finish this stupid war. They didn't. Now they found an excuse that the reason why they haven't finished is because they didn't evacuate the people. Do you see why I've been telling you all this time that they purposely delaying this event because they want to drag it all the way to July? You see now? They do, because that's the lead. That's everybody synchronizing. Everybody's synchronizing, okay? So as you can tell, that's the reason I use the news. I use the news to make my point, not because I follow it, but to make my point. That is the reason why people, 65, I think it's right now 70 or 75, I don't know if I'm mistaken, but I believe that before it was 65% of the American citizens do not rely or do not trust on mainstream media. They don't. So now I believe it's higher than that. I think it's 70%. And by the way, watch how CNN will change. Watch. Because they're losing millions. They are losing millions. And you don't know nothing about that. I do. I get the scoop from the sources. So they're going to stop attacking Donald Trump. And they're going to start firing people. Watch. Watch what I'm telling you. Okay? Because that's the way it is. The elite, they do whatever they can to stop something that is imminent to happen. And when they say, okay, we did our best, we leave. That's what they do. That's the way they do it. They just leave. And that's how it's going to happen. Okay? So right now, that's what I got from the news right now. I got very little breaking intel because I'm waiting for something significant. Today was the day that I was supposed to receive something significant, and very little. I just got very little. What happened with the Bitcoin? Okay, and guess what? Today is 25th. Like I said, if we have to wait for something significant, we need to wait for the 25th. Obviously, if the experts are waiting for this weekend to something big, isn't it something close to the 25th? Of course it is. I'm not trying to be exact on the days that I say so, but I know that every single thing they tell me has a meaning and a reason why they're telling me. They're never gonna disclose everything on me because they know I have a show. And like I say many times, they want me to shut up. You know, because they don't want me to ruin it, right? So they gave me the wrong date. And like I say many times, don't do what I say, do what I do. And what did they doing? They doing this. The Bitcoin network congestion or latency on these transactions. Guess who did it? The big banks. The bankers. How they doing it? Well, they're not buying $2,000, $8,000 in Bitcoin. No, they're not. They're not. They're buying more than that. They are the cause why the blockchain is congested. They cannot handle it with so many transactions every minute. Not to mention the millions of people that are coming in. So things are going to be chaotic. I'm telling you, things are going to be looking chaotic in the next 72 hours. I don't need to be a psychic to just tell you like that. I just don't. And if nothing happens, I'll be shocked. I'll be completely shocked. Because it's happening right now. Don't be surprised that by tomorrow you see Coinbase going down, meaning not selling any Bitcoin. For those who are waiting, just like me, bet Robert. If Coinmama is down, don't expect Bet Robert coming back. Why? Because they're using Coinmama. They don't use Coinbase. Many saying, I got my account closed because I pay on Coinbase through I pay Bet Robert through Coinbase, and they're doing it. They're actually closing people's accounts because Coinbase is not only the number one platform to buy Bitcoins, it is the most controlled. Listen to me. It is the most controlled platform to buy Bitcoin. That's why I'm staying away from Coinbase. I have money in Coinbase, just like everybody, but I'm staying away from Coinbase. There's other meanings. There's other platforms where you can buy Bitcoin. Okay, just to let you know that. I just want you to understand. If you put all the pieces together, you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so while we're waiting for Iraq, myself, only a miracle. Okay, I repeat it right now. From Iraq, myself, personally, only a miracle. And I believe in miracles. Okay, I do. Everybody knows this. That's what I keep saying. Keep the faith strong. Keep the faith strong. But as of right now, through the end of this month, all the way through the end of June, I'm not waiting anything significant. The only thing that I'm waiting significant is for something that will change the financial system. That's it. The financial system must reset before we see an RB. Or maybe after we see the RB, we'll see the financial reset. Either way will happen. If the financial reset happens right now, it will make the RB much easier. They will have no delays, no excuse. Nobody will have any excuse to actually delay this event at all. Because even if they try Guess who's gonna be the number one RB? Guess. Vietnam. Didn't I just tell you that everybody's gonna be crazy when they find out how the Dong will revalue? Do you have any idea or imagination what the Dong will look like compared to the dinar? I'm gonna leave that to you because I'm not allowed to say even rates. You're gonna see me now. I never talk about rates unless I really need to. But that's what I've been saying. I've been saying it all the time. When people find out about the Dong revaluing, people are gonna scream. They're gonna jump around like crazy. That's coming. Okay? So, for now, it is 5:59. It's almost 6. And I got nothing more to tell you than just wait for this weekend. And I will broadcast if I really find something significant to bring and deliver to you. For now, thank you so much for your attention. And I'll see you next time for another edition of the Fake News Show. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Fake News Show with Benny. See you next time for more conspiracy news, current events, and intel from the most controversial show from Montserrat Radio.